There we go. Yep. No, for sure. And I think the more liberal you are in the way you speak to those slides, the more engaging you're going to be rather than reading a script, because it's wooden.
Yeah.
Script, right? And I know you can do that once you know your stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was my major in college, was communications and public speaking. It's so weird. And now I'm like, so weird. But, and I spoke to room full of doctors, but it wasn't my stuff. So it's different,
It'll come. So let's, I've got about an hour, if that's okay with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me share my screen, because I just want to make sure we've covered off all of our bases, and then we can go back. So go back one step. So this is obviously, you've changed your name. I saw it on Facebook. You took a couple of the extra names out now to make it a lot simpler, which is great. This, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Right now, your son's head is half chopped off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know if it was deliberate or not, because you didn't want to be on it, but.
Oh, I love the ground he walks on. Oh my God, I didn't know.
So literally, you can just drag that picture down.
That is so sad.
Bless his heart.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, it's there when the picture is there, obviously, but when you go to edit, there's an option to edit, and you can literally just drag that picture a little bit further down the box.
Okay.
Get his head into it. So.
Nobody told me.
Well, that's why we're here. It's totally great picture. I mean, it shows the four of you. It shows you're on a beach. You've got a dog. I mean, it's the perfect family picture, right? It's great. And then this picture is much more consistent with your branding, and it's you individually, which is exactly what I would say to do. So that's great. And then when I look at this, now, what's your privacy setting on your Facebook? Is it public or friends or private? Do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, I have mine public. That means anybody on the planet can find me on Facebook and see all my posts. Some people have it so only their friends can see the post, and they could get a very basic.
Where do I find that?
Sometimes in the settings. See, no. On your own page, you can see what it looks like to the public, but you see, it's interesting. We've got 116 mutual friends, and you're followed by 256 people, but I don't know how many friends. So let's just go through it. So work, education, where you've lived, contact details, relationships. So there's not, I mean, I'm always a little wary of identity theft, but there's nothing there that...
I didn't get married in 2009.
It says married. August.
No, but go to life events, and there's a 2009 got married too.
Okay, so you want to delete that then out?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just delete that out. Started working at Beyond Pelvic Pain, 2012. I know we talked about that. A couple of friends that you have that are mutual, got engaged, got married. Okay, that's fine.
How do we get the 2009 out married?
So in your About section, and you go to Edit.
Okay.
Then just go down to that life event and just delete it or hide it.
Okay.
On the overview, it says that you work at Pelvic Pain, which is the link that we want, which goes to your business page. So again, different picture, but same picture, so people know they're in the same place. At Pelvic Pain, at Beyond Pelvic Pain, so it's registered up here, so that's perfect. I think the picture speaks for itself. Typically what we'd like to do is when people click on that picture, it takes them to, because we've got the website live now. So what we could do on this, where it says add a description, this is where we would put a description in on exactly what it is that you do. So we would send them to maybe the About Mary page or the contact page on your website, just to give a description in that call to action.
Where is that? So I went to overview, then I clicked on the picture.
Yeah, so when you click on the picture itself, you get this add a description box.
Okay.
So now that your site's live, because when we put this picture up, your site wasn't live, we can put a link to one of your pages.
Is it live, my site? I don't know.
Let's bring it up. I think so. Beyond Pelvic Pain. Oh gosh, I can't even spell, can I? No. What's your URL again? Sorry.
My what? I'm sorry.
The website name. I should.
That's it. BeyondPelvicPain.com. I don't think it's live yet.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe I'm just jumping ahead of myself.
Yeah.
So are we still in WP Engine with that then?
I don't know.
1 second.
It said right here, Lindsay says, I'm currently coding a new login page for your core students because the core software makes it super confusing for them. So I said, will the website go live tomorrow? And she says, depending on all going well.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fair enough. No, I'm just finishing the video from Inner Circle. Just get that saved done. Okay, get that out of the way. All right. So my bad. I thought we'd already made it live. In which case we need to hold on some of these links, because if it's not live, they're not going to go anywhere. Okay. I should have asked Lindsay before I knew that answer. So okay, so we'll do that. I mean, I'll do that then as soon as the site's live for you. Okay. And obviously the other piece is in the About page. Yeah. Obviously we need to add the website to that as soon as it's live, which will be, so we've got email, website. Now it says here pending, so that means, looks like we sent an email and Facebook were waiting for you to confirm that email that it was you.
Okay, but my email is going to be, that's just my personal, my business is mary@beyondpelvicpain.com.
Okay, so we need to change that then. Okay. So we got that. All right, and we'll finish it off. And then I'm just catching up on everything that I know. Howard Fox, you and him worked on your LinkedIn, and he told you.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I mean, it's done. So we worked on it together, and we haven't posted. I didn't want to post it till I had a website.
No, that's fine. So let's have a look at that. I'm just doing some housekeeping to just get me all caught up on everything that we've got.
Oh, don't worry. You've been out for a while, so I know.
I've been back a while too, but just jumped back into them. Are you on Facebook?
No, I'm not Mauro. I'm Mary Laverty Trevelyan. Because I went by Laverty in business, so.
Got it. Okay. So we haven't put the Beyond Pelvic Pain onto your LinkedIn yet then?
No.
So that's ready to go. Okay. So right now we've just got sell on your personal email, and then as soon as we, okay, so LinkedIn.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to be on Outlook or how to get my email on my phone. I think it would be through Outlook because of what I bought with GoDaddy.
Yes, yeah. Just make some notes so we'll get those pieces done as soon as it's live. Okay, perfect. So, so with Howard, then we've got a lot of new stuff just to upload as soon as the website's live. Then is that the case?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right, so we've got that, and then Instagram.
I haven't been doing anything. I had so much going on with the kids, and
that's totally I'm just benchmarking where we are. So
yeah, and that's where I'm kind of lost where to start first. Like, I'm so grateful for everything you've taught me, but I'm a little this isn't anything to do with you. I'm personally overwhelmed because that's my nature.
Yeah. And the nice thing is everything that we did a few months ago, we're about to do again. So we can jump right in and start over with this strategy. So we have Insta just ready to go. Okay. I've been watching a girl recently. She's fairly young. But she's doing a very, very interesting job with her. Let's see.
Oh, she's a vagina coach.
This one here, I think it is. Yeah. So she's doing everything on Instagram stories. She's quite a young lady. She's selling a lot of product, and a lot of her Facebook stories are the product that she's selling literally every single day. And these are quite suggestive pictures, as you can see. She's all about crystal ones and yoni eggs and G-spots and goodness knows what else. But she's selling a lot of product, and she's doing a lot of really cool education on a daily basis on short video, and seems to be doing a really good job. So this is what's an Instagram story. So these are products. I'm not suggesting that you sell product, but
good morning, everybody. I have finally made it to Bali after 36 hours of travel. And there have been.
So there's literally little stories that she.
I don't know if it's like G-spot season or something, but the Enjoy Pure ones, I've sold out of them 3 times in the last 3 days. I've had to keep making extra orders to stock up.
Well, I would love to sell a product. I mean, that's part of what I've wanted to do.
But that's her strategy, and it's working because you're getting to know her. You're getting to see, I mean, obviously she's selling product, but you're selling a course. I mean, she sells courses too. And you can see each one of these. So Instagram could be a really strong strategy for you once we have everything rolling and you have time to sort of run out with it. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about what she does.
Well, I mean, but it brings me to a question in that I wanted to create like a vaginal stretcher at some point, and I've kind of put that on the back burner, but I've wanted to sell a product that gives her easy things to talk about. And my big dilemma is, what do I talk about? Like, it's just hard to come up with, you know what I'm saying? I feel a little stuck there.
And that's where, obviously, you having that private Facebook group that we talked about, the closed group. Mm-hmm. Basically, there's 3 types of groups. There's open, which means anybody can find it and join it. The second one is closed, is that people can find it, but they have to ask to join. Mm-hmm. Or there's private, that people don't know it's there unless you send them a link. So my recommendation is we have a closed group so that people can find it. They can see what's going on with the group, but they can't get into it to see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what we have right now.
So we want that closed group.
And we're going to drive people to it. But I just need some help about, I hope I don't sound like a ninny, or just like I hope you're not rolling your eyes that I'm like, what do I talk about? You know what I mean?
No,
if you're selling dildos, yeah, go talk about a dildo. But I mean, and I have to tell you this. I broke through last night. I decided, because that's the other part, is that I'm open to selling the course by itself. They would need some access to me so without like the sessions. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah.
So
it's what they call like an evergreen course, so people can just pick it up off the shelf and buy it.
Yeah, I think that's where I'd like to have something where I can make money while I sleep. Like, it's not just time for money. They would need, and this is what I want to explore, I would need to point them in some kind of direction for what doctors to go to. So I wouldn't want it to be, oh, you buy the course and you're gone. But I don't know, maybe 1 session, or, email access or something. Email could even take me longer. So, or it could be something where I give a recommendation for their care after I view all their answers. I don't know.
You could. I'll just tell you my journey on this is that there are so many courses that you can buy on Kijiji and Udemy and stuff on what I teach. And people can buy courses for like $49. And I look at them and they're okay. I mean, there's some good nuggets in there. I don't want to play in that sandbox at all.
Okay.
So what differentiates me and my courses is that even though I record them and they're in an academy, you can't buy them unless you show up live. Because I want people to get value out of the investment that they make in me.
Yeah.
And the best way for me to do that is for them to show up.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I've had somebody recently, and I was talking to Deb about it, that this lady invested in us. Her website's live, her social media strategy is great. And I've looked, and for 2 months, she hasn't written a post. And it's like, and she's not unhappy with me. I mean, she's beyond happy with what we've delivered. But when I look at what she's doing, it's zero. And I messaged her the other day and just said, just checking in, how's things going? She went, oh, Jonathan, I am in a complete slump. I've done nothing with her. I've been with my boys. I've been with my husband. I know I should be doing this. And, you know, thanks for the reminder. I'd love to have a catch-up call for you to kick my butt. And that's kind of thing, like who I am or what I do, because I want people to not just hire us to do good stuff, but to make sure it works, right? And
yeah,
I know
you want results. That's where I was worried before about people actually getting results because it's a complicated problem.
Well, it is. But at the same time, if you, I mean, the only guarantee I say to people, people say, well, what are the guarantees of our work? So I have one guarantee, and that's only one I can give you, and I will give you my best stuff. You know, I don't know your marketplace 100%. I can't tell you a lot of the answers that you need to know before I start working with you, but I do guarantee I will show up and I will give you my best stuff. And that's the only guarantee I have. And I also have a guarantee on my courses, like if you don't think, if you couldn't use this and run with it and make the difference, then I'll give you money back because you're not the right kind of person for me anyway. I've never given a refund on a course, even though I would happily write somebody 100% of it back. I've never had to because I know it works. So you could, short story long, what I'm just saying is early on, I want you to be so invested because we need the case studies and the testimonies to be able to up your price and, you know, get that momentum. As someone buys it off the shelf, you don't know what they're going to do with it. And I think personally, you're so invested in them, it would be hard to really give value. I mean, they would get value from the course. There's no question. You got the videos in the course and everything that goes with it. But early on, I personally would want to see you deliver it and work with people because you're going to learn, they're going to learn, and then you get the case studies. But in time, may well be.
Okay. You know, that sounds good to me. I mean, I'm jealous of this girl selling dildos and stuff. I'd like to sell stuff. I just don't know what the hell there are a few products that I think are good. I mean, I guess I could reach out to them about selling it. Yeah.
I mean, I had, there's a lady in your area, San Diego area, and Diane Hoffman introduced her to me because we were at a Sassy event, and Diane had this beautiful, like, gold piece of jewelry on it. It kind of looked like a bullet or a pen or something. I wasn't quite sure, but it was pretty. And I went, I really like your necklace. She said, oh shit, it's a vibrator. And it was like the half, like that size of a pen. And suddenly she unscrews it, puts it on the tip of Debbie's nose, and it's like, whoa, that's a powerful little sucker. And she said, oh, my friend sells these. Her name's Tiffany. And she gave me Tiffany's card. And, you know, I found this website. And she's in the LA, San Diego area kind of thing. And she did a class last week, which was how to give the perfect blowjob. And it was a live class. She said, nope, there is no nudity. There's no, this is for people who have a penis. You know, it doesn't say, you know, gay or straight. She just sort of said, this is for working on people who have. And she said, we will just be using vegetables and toys. But she had a live course. So it's like, whoa, that's pretty different.
Well, I decided to open up because I thought I was maybe going to be selling it by itself, but I wrote about how to give a perfect blowjob. I thought of you. I should just send the PDF to your wife. But I go through everything, and I talk about anal sex because a lot of women are curious about that. So I made it super simple for Lindsay just to cut and paste right where it needs to be. Like it'll take 2 seconds.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm open to that. Kind of where I'm going is helping women who are in pain and helping them feel better psychologically and stuff like that, and pain management. So I guess maybe just one step at a time.
Yeah, I'm just finding you a link to, her business is called Entice Me. And this particular event, I'll share my screen again, one sec. Because I'm on her email list now. It's just curious because I'm always watching what everybody else is up to. Can you see that?
I see Viva La Vagina.
Oh, okay. I need to take you to the other screen. One sec.
I hope you're not mad at me that I haven't been posting in my group.
Hey, no, you haven't. You're not ready. And you were away, and it was you had.
I had kids off, and it was just you were gone, and I just.
So there we go. So this month Entice Me is collecting new and gently used bras, blah, blah, blah. And then ever thought about giving a blowjob that will leave him screaming, oh my God, as he reaches particularly with Fellatio Fun and Pleasure. And this was a workshop that she was selling.
Was it online or in person?
That was in person. Yeah. So that's her business. Because I'm on her email list, and she emails quite a bit. I mean, you'll see here. These are all from her, and these are all sort of email. And we want to get you into sort of an email sort of stream and stuff. But this is her Facebook page coming up. I'll send you a link to it because it'd be probably worth you joining it. And it may well be that you and her could work together in terms of she's probably clients that need your classes, right?
Yeah.
I'll just put that in the chat here if you hang on a sec.
Because I'm trying to see how I can expand. I feel like I'm so narrow, and I guess that's how I'm going to start.
We're going to start with a handful of people that may be friends of yours or connections of friends of yours, and that's where it always starts. That we run through the course, we run through the webinar, we sell the course, we get a couple of people into it. Now, if I recall, last time we spoke, you had a lady or a man who was interested in buying the course for his daughter or his girlfriend or...
Yeah, so I was recommended to this girl, and she and I spoke months ago. It was kind of a long story short, but she had kind of a sugar daddy guy, and she instantly connected with me and just wanted me. Well, he wouldn't pay for my course, and so I decided not to do it. And then she contacted me again, but the dad had all these stipulations on she and I working together, like she had to be in therapy and blah, blah, blah. And I got a little concerned because she had cutting behaviors. If someone has real strong stuff, I am going to recommend therapy too. Like, I can't. So I had kind of agreed maybe she could do therapy, but I talked to her. He just got... He got over the top. Like, he wanted me to help fix her college transcripts. I was like, he wanted me to be on conference calls with the family. So I told her what was going on, and she just said, I don't want to work with you and have him pay for it. So.
No, and you're right. That was a good call. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm just, I'm a worker. I think you know that. And I feel like I've learned this is my personality. Guys are amazing, but my personality is to get overwhelmed when I start something new. So I don't know where to start my efforts with, okay, every day I'm going to do something with social media. I did jump on a lot of the, vulvodynia groups and answered questions and try to keep people from committing suicide, basically. So I did a little bit of that, but I'm just lost. So.
Well, the great thing is the boot camp that I mentioned here on the previous call, that starts in a couple of weeks' time.
Am I allowed to do that?
Of course, yeah. I mean, and as I said, anybody who goes VIP with us gets lifetime access to those courses. So,
okay.
Yeah, It starts September 25th, and it's at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. Live.
Every other week I can go because my daughter gets out of school at 2.
Yeah. So again, they're recorded, and then obviously virtual coffee is every Thursday at 10.
Okay. And that's just on getting leads to you, right?
Well, that's on it's what I call using social media to get out there. So it's the 5 steps of how I teach people to use social media, just as you see me using it. So
right.
So in the summertime, obviously Gemma got married. We were in France. I was sharing pictures of where we were. I'm not selling anything, but at the same time, people are loving our life and also celebrating, alongside us. And a few times I went, am I over posting here? Is this just like a little too much? And the feedback I got was like, absolutely not. Keep posting. We're loving it.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I could be doing more. I've had some health issues and stuff has come up, but I'm doing better. I lost a bunch of weight. It's like a long story, but I'm bouncing back and doing better. But I just want to, I'm like, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. Do you have like a marketing idea for what you think I should do?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, remember a few months ago, we did that one post, which is a bit of your story, and then how many people attracted back to you telling you, I had no idea because we just did that screenshot of what the website was going to look like.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, I mean, how many comments did you get? Like 20 or so?
100?
It was...
not comments, but I got 100 likes, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we start. You always start with the people that know you best. I wouldn't say friends and family, but that kind of concept. And we always start with where we're well known, and then people sort of start to know what it is that you do. And they don't necessarily know if it's for them or not, but there's always this curiosity factor, which is where the masterclass really, or the webinar, if you like, really comes into its own. So first of all, we come out of the closet, like we talked about, you know, that you're going to be a pelvic coach, and so much so that you've systemized what you went to into a course that would actually work for people cost effectively, rather than hiring any number of medical practitioners across the planet and spending $250,000 and not getting anywhere. What we're doing is we're taking your life experience and condensing it down into a 1 hour masterclass. No, you're not going to fix the world, but you're going to give them a sample of what's possible, and you're going to teach them one specific thing that will make a difference. So we have to decide what that, they call it the deep dish, what that one specific piece is that will feature more than the other pieces, but we want to entice them, if you like, about what else is out there. And then at the end of the webinar, or towards the end of the webinar, we're going to tell people that this course is starting October 1st, whenever the date we pick, and this is what it would look like. And before people buy the course, you would like to spend some time with them to see if it's right for them, and if there's a possibility that you could help them. So that's when we get the calendar together. We offer the strategy session. So the webinar isn't for you, I don't believe. The best of the webinar is not to close a sale. The webinar is to open up opportunities for you to talk to people and just see if, because you don't want to waste your time and they don't want to have their time wasted either.
No.
But then I know you're a closer. And when you've got somebody and you're passionate that you think they're the right person for you for the class, then, you know, the pricing structure you've got, I don't think it'll be a problem for you to sell them sort of right on that call.
Okay.
So that's kind of the process. So what we've got to do is, once the website's live, we've got your email list already that we've started. Not too many in it just yet, but that's how we start. And then we go through your personal Facebook page and your LinkedIn, and we put it out that this is who you are and this is what you're doing. And you're so excited you want to share this with people, and you're going to host a live call on Zoom. And then we'll go through that webinar slide structure that we've got together, complete that off so that you're super comfortable. Make sure the links work so well we send people to the calendar and they fill out a little form or whatever they need to do to book that call with you. And from that, then we're ready to go.
I feel like the slides are complete. I give them, you know, an energy psychology technique to calm them, because I want to give them an experience. So I do have the 5. I'm not sure which of the 5, if I go deep, I don't know. We'll see. But my job is to keep practicing that and to get it down.
Yeah. I have 5. As you know, I have engage, entertain, educate, empower, and entice. That's my 5 E's. I always go to engage, because for me, the most important thing that people need to do is to start conversations. Okay. Once the conversation is like we're talking about today, then you can go deeper and help people. But without that conversation to begin with, I mean, if I did entertain and all people did was share videos of kittens falling off sofas, it's part of a strategy, actually, and it's a little fun piece that adds to it, but it's not going to be anything in its own right. So that's why I pick engage. So we just need to pick the one that you think. We don't want to give the farm away either, but enough of a deep dish that it's like with Lisa. I mean, Lisa Sasovich, she always talks about
seeding.
No, it'll come. Brain in gear for a second. Juicy offer. So Shiva says, you know, what is the one thing? And she talks about how can you come up with one thing that people will be willing to give their email for? And that's one of the things that she does in our hour-long talk, is helps people think, what could I give away to get an email? Because she was about building email lists in that instance. So we want to do that too, is we have a giveaway on the website. So they get a video from you, or they get one of the modules. But at the same time, on the webinar, we want to focus on one piece that we can go a little deeper with.
Well, we've already written the script for the webinar. Yeah. So do we have that accomplished?
Yeah, no, we do. I'm just giving you the principle of how that sort of system works. And then from that, we get the call, we get the presentation.
But what I'm saying, Jonathan, is I don't know if I go really deep with one thing. I offer 5 things. I do offer 2 giveaways, but I don't know that I'm doing that.
Okay. So I need to relook at that then with you, because I know Anand's been tweaking the slides with you lately. So I haven't seen the latest version of it. So
But it's like 36 minutes. So do you want me just to record it again?
no. I just need to go through the slide deck. We've got the notes that go with it. I truthfully just haven't seen the latest version, so
Okay.
let me go through that because I'd like to practice that with you live. I don't want you to record. I want you to deliver it as if I'm your audience, and we can practice the Zoom, and then we'll go through that, and we could do that next week if is next week for you?
Anytime.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So we could, because the kids are back in school now, of course. So that's how we're going to start, and then with that comes some Facebook ads to people, sort of putting links out to some of the groups that you've put in about this masterclass as well. And
You're not allowed to sell in a lot of them.
No, as I said, we're not selling anything. It's a masterclass. That's why I prefer that word rather than webinar.
Right.
Webinars is kind of a bit overused, I think, and there's always an association with a webinar that you're going to get sold to. What I typically like to say when I do my masterclass is like, hey, you know what? I taught social media for 10 years, and I could speak for 10 hours and still not even begin to cover some of the stuff that's in my brain. I have an hour. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my best stuff on one topic for the next 45 minutes. And I'm also going to give you an opportunity, if you think what I do is good, about how we could work together further. And I always say that fairly early on, so they know something's coming.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine to do that.
Okay.
And so you're not selling at the webinar. All you're selling is an opportunity for people to talk to you.
Right.
So you should be fine with any of those groups to be able to do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and from that, then we just practice that through. We change some of the Facebook posts to start advertising the date of the masterclass. And we do.
Yeah, so can I buy some Facebook ads, you think?
You can. I'll be honest, they're not that effective right now.
Okay.
It's a very expensive, overcrowded real estate landscape. And until we have a list, we're better to sort of use friends and families and shares. Because if we were to buy an ad, it's pretty difficult to narrow down your ideal client on Facebook at this point. Because I would doubt most people will say on Facebook, one of your interests is, pelvic pain. Whereas it could be if you were an entrepreneur and it was like learning to speak or public speaking or, stage confidence or voice confidence, you can pick those criteria on Facebook and do very well, which is what we did for Lisa. But yours is really niche. So we got to go more special interest with the groups. And the ideal thing is to find some other people like your physiotherapist lady there who would promote this for you as well. Maybe even like the Entice Me lady that I just mentioned. Maybe she would promote it for us. And if people buy a course, she might want an affiliate link, and you might give her, a couple of $100 per class sold. Like that. She'd probably. But you have to build those affiliate relationships.
How do I do that? Just reach out to them?
Absolutely. I mean, typically we don't do it first time round because we just want to make sure that it all works. We're confident and stuff. And I didn't do affiliates in my first year, but now, so like Kelly Sample, who was on the call just now, she's actually an affiliate of mine now. And the lady Nancy, who's in the group, she bought the course this time last year because Kelly put the list out. And I gave Kelly $300 for selling that course to Nancy for me.
Oh,
Nancy's
nice.
the happiest person on the planet because she loves us now, and she's come back and we're doing branding for her and all sorts of other things, which Kelly is not getting a referral on because it's a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a wonderful thing, and it's a way business gets.
I should probably have a presence before I reach out to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't want to reach out to them without a website.
No, we can't, right? So that's where we're getting this course finished. So that obviously because we sent that course to that guy, we sent him links to that, and we were a bit worried at the time that he could have gone through the whole course because we sent him an open backdoor link to what
right.
the course looked like, if you remember. And then we closed off that link again. So we want to make sure that when people find you, they can't get into everything. So it's just a top drawer sort of open and sort of see what's available kind of thing.
So what is my homework? What do you want me to do? So
I say Arnhem, I think, has virtually finished the course now. Obviously, we need to just triple check that all works. And as soon as that piece is done, and we tell Lindsay that course piece is done, then I just need to check in with her if there's any other pieces that she has to finish off, which I'm not sure about. I don't think there are now. because a
There
layout.
were teeny tiny things like delete that paragraph on this, like super, like I had 3 things that would take someone under 15 minutes.
So they're probably done already. I just need to check with her. And then once we've done that, then we do what we just do a soft launch. So we just open it. We try it out because we have to make sure it fits on. Lots of people have different browsers. So some are Safari and some are Chrome, but then some people have Internet Explorer and they haven't updated their Windows for 2 years. And
Right.
there's a few different things. We just have to check that it works on different browsers. And then once it's live, you can do that. And then we just check it looks really good on mobile for tablets and mobile phones. And then once we're comfortable, then we come out and we literally say, it's live. And
Yay!
what you think. And that's when we start doing a series of Facebook videos, ideally live, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a video where you start talking about your story. Commenting on the stories that you've seen. And yesterday I was on the Today Show yesterday morning. They were talking about Facebook. And they had this mommy blogger who was making her money on endorsing people's products. And she'd got to the point that she was employing 5 people to help come on with the correspondence and stuff because this was doing such a good business for her. And then with Facebook changing their algorithm a few months ago to make it more personal rather than business, her business has gone down by 60%. So much so she's had to lay off 4 of the 5 people because she's not getting the click-throughs. And the Facebook ads were not working for it either. So for me, I hear a story like that and say, that's terrible. And she's not blaming Facebook for ruining her business, but she kind of was because the landscape has changed. So for me to grab a story like that and curate it and say, this breaks my heart that somebody's embraced social media, done all the right things, and now because of a change of algorithm, that they're screwed. You got so impacted by the suicides of that girl in Scotland and Canada that you heard about, and the other stories that you hear about. Even it's like, I had a friend just call me up in tears because her and her husband are going through a terrible time because she can't make out because it just hurts too much. I so understood that. I left my job in corporate to help people just like that.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of post that you could just open up with and then have these Facebook Lives or
But I got to do that with, I got to tell you, it's hard to do with my high school friend. It's, fuck. What are your thoughts? I have to admit, I've got this thing where I've recently added a bunch of new friends because, I've gotten all these friend requests. But when I see someone walking their dog with their thing, I roll my eyes. I don't know what it is, these Facebook Lives where they're like out there. And I mean, I think some of them don't get to the point fast enough.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my God, really? Like, so, I mean, Jen talked about me doing YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know. There's just something in me that fucking hates those Facebook Lives. I just can't fucking stand it. I don't know what it is. These people with their nose is bigger than the fucking screen because I'm just like, what the fuck? Sorry. I hope I can use the F word. Do you still like me, Jonathan? I think you're mad. Are you mad at me? Do you still like me?
I love you. I love it.
All right.
So remember
this is where I'm stuck. I don't know. I don't want to really go out on my regular Facebook. I mean, I can be general.
I know.
But,
remember we talked about that selfie stick?
Yeah.
And the tripod?
Yeah.
There's 2 things you can do. I mean, I personally wouldn't do the walking the dog thing at all. I mean, you want to be very intentional with your Facebook Lives beforehand, and they don't want to just be like, oh, I have a phone and I can go live and I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. They're awful and people will not watch them. But if you're intentional about what you're going to set this up for, you can do it from your desktop or you can do it from your phone. You just want to make sure it's very steady. We want to specifically talk about a particular topic. So did you see the shaving ones that I did?
Yeah, I saw some of them.
So I don't do them every week. I do them when I have a topic that I want to talk about. So I specifically, just because it's Monday, I'm not going to do it. I haven't got anything to say. So I just do it when I have something to say. So if something strikes you, and let's just say, remember you told me you had that call from that lady who was a super sweet Christian lady and didn't know how to please her husband. And half an hour later on the call, you told her how to give the best whatever in the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great Facebook Live, and just say,
no fucking way.
No, you're not going to, hang on. You're not going to say how to do the Facebook blowjob. you're just going to use that in context. It's like last night I had a phone call from a colleague. I won't mention names or anything about it, who was really struggling. And you know what? Within half an hour, I sent her away with some really good tips on how to do it. I can't tell you.
I'm telling you, I adore you. There is no way in hell that I'm going to go on Facebook Live with all my mom friends and be like, I got a call from a friend who didn't know how to give a blowjob, hated doing it because it took so long, and I whipped that out, and I can't do it.
Okay. All right.
I can't.
All right. Well, what can you do? What would you feel comfortable doing?
I don't know. That's why I'm scared if this whole thing is going to work. There's a part of me that wants to quit right now. I'm serious and go back to corporate because
we have to get you out there, and we have to get you out there in an educational, entertaining fashion. So it's entertainment, if you like, so that it's something that people would. Entertainment doesn't mean to say it's funny. It means that you're actually getting something from it, and they're enjoying the experience.
I mean, there's entertainment around sex. There's not a lot of entertainment around pelvic pain.
No.
I wish there was, but these girls are miserable. So, yeah, I don't know. That's where I thought YouTube would be better. YouTube, I feel like I could be a little bit more like that, but Facebook, I can't do it with my close friend, the mom friends,
Okay. So you could do those Facebook Lives within the group, though.
Yeah. Oh, that I'll go, but I don't have anybody in the group
yet.
Yeah. So yeah, no, on the group, fine.
Okay.
But
okay. So let's take Facebook Lives off your personal profile off the table, and for now, I still think there's a way of doing it. We just need to find out what that thing is.
I just need to know what the topic could be. I mean, because see, that's where I'm going. Is this too niche? Because, it's not everyone that I can help with this, I mean, sure, like being creative lover and sexuality and all that, sure. But you know what I mean? Like.
Okay. Because it's too raw a topic for probably general Facebook people, right? Okay. So, could we create a number of those Maryism images?
Yeah.
Of the photographs, and so we've got those, and you're comfortable about sharing those.
Yeah.
And maybe the whole strategy of Facebook is just getting people into the group. So maybe some of your short videos could be like, do you have something that you really want to say and you just can't say it? Well, that's my world, because I deal with a topic is not fun, it's not sexy, it's not funny at all, but it's saving lives, literally saving lives. And I'm in this sort of, I have Facebook handcuffs because I don't want to say this in front of my mommy friends and my kids and stuff, but man, I'm on a mission. And the only way I can serve this mission is a little bit more private. So I've created a Facebook group, and I'd love for you to join me. Here's a link. And over there, I'm going to be very brutally honest about my life and what I've learned and what I've, had to go through and how I can help other people. And I'd love for you to join me.
But who is you? I've got 1,600 friends or whatever it is. I don't want just anyone joining me. I want people, I don't know how many, now statistically it's 1 in 10 women have pelvic pain. So there are probably some women on there. Do you know what I mean?
So maybe that's the post. You might not know this about me, but I'm a kind of a bit of a geek. And here's a statistic that I know is that in America today, 1 in 10 ladies, they may not admit it or not to the public, but suffer from pelvic pain in one form or another, be it vulvodynia, or you could list a couple of different types of pain that it could be. And I was one of those people. So it's like my Facebook friends, and there's 1,600 friends, and of which 1,300 of them are women. That probably means that nearly 130 of my friends on Facebook suffer some kind of pelvic pain.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things that we never talk about, but it happens.
Yeah.
I'm on a mission, and I created a website. I've created a brand. I've given up my corporate career to be this, and I'm going to serve people best through a Facebook group. So if you think that might be you, or somebody, one of your friends that you think could be, send them a private message. Tell them about this group, or send them my way, and I'll get on the phone with them. But I'm here to help people with that issue.
Okay.
How would that
be?
I
could do.
Okay. I'm recording this so we can get the script and stuff, and drop that into those posts.
Yeah, I could write that. Because see, I'm a worker. I want to do stuff. That's why I've just kind of been like, you know what I mean?
So we could get people into the group even before the website's live, because that group's there. So we could do a couple of posts like that just for now and for the next few days. And use some of those Mary posts that we've got on your personal page and then repeat them over onto the business page.
But do a Facebook Live for this or just a video?
Facebook Lives on your personal page are good because some of your friends will come and hook up and you can see who's on the live with you. It's the best way to do it, but it's not the only way, and it's only if you're comfortable.
Well, I'm not comfortable, but I'm going to have to get comfortable. Like, I hate doing video. I mean, I hate it because I'm very perfectionistic, I mean, it's hard to replay it and all of that stuff. I mean, I can do it, I just got to get a lot of courage,
I mean, our mutual friend up the road from you, she's doing a lot of video right now. And sometimes she's hot and sweaty after a yoga session. And other times she's all maked up and hair's beautiful and she's sitting at a desk and stuff. Sometimes the hot and sweaty after the yoga actually is way better because it's real, right? It's not sustained.
Yeah.
You have to be comfortable how you want to come up in front of that camera. Like today, you look fabulous.
Oh, thanks. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't really have my hair done or much. I just have a yoga shirt, but okay, I can write it and think about doing that, just like a Facebook, but I have to, and how do they get directed to my Facebook page once I do that live?
So that's where we just put a link in the comments straight after the video.
Oh, okay. Link in the comments. Okay. And so I could just go to my Facebook group, copy it, and then put it in the after, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just click on the link and just say, as soon as I finish, I'm going to put a comment underneath this video and the link will be right there.
Okay. I mean, do you think this is a viable business? Do you think I'm just on the entrepreneur
conversation? Yes, I do. If 1 in 10 people need your help, how many women are in America, did we say?
Yeah.
And how
20
many?
million. Yeah.
22 million, I think you said, potentially of people that have an issue that you could help with. I mean, even if you just did 1%, that's like 220,000 people or something. I mean, you can't get that many people through your course in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So even 1% of 1%, and we get to 20,000 people, that's still a great income over time. So
yeah,
I do. Plus, you're damn funny. And in the group, when you really bring the value of the oral and the anal and all the other stuff that that will make a difference, they're going to be thanking you for that like no tomorrow.
Okay. You're not mad at me at all, really? All right. I thought maybe you were mad at me.
Why would you think that?
Oh, just because like when I first read the course and so much was missing with Lindsay, I mean, I was nice about it, but I was a little shocked. You know what I mean?
And it's just too, because to be honest, I thought that course was ready to go. It was just an interface issue, but it wasn't. So.
Well, what happened was it was there. The moving, it lost it because it's shitty software.
Yeah, and at this point, we're still using the free version of that shitty software. So even though it's paid somewhere, the version you have, and I know Lindsay said she was working on something the other day and something magically reappeared that wasn't there when it first started. And it's like, how the hell? So
I know. I wish I'd never.
We're not mad. We're not angry. We're not anything. We just want. The only frustration we have is on your behalf that we want to get this out and running, but it's got to work before we get out there.
Yeah. No. I mean, that first business coach, he did things on the cheap, and everything backfired for how cheap. You know, I love what you said. It's like
plus, a whole year's gone by, right?
Oh, I've lost a year. Yeah.
You were hoping to be out and busy by last Thanksgiving. But you will be by this one.
And that's where I need to build my confidence. I'm working on like tapping for myself because my confidence with it taking so long has, your thoughts go, you know what I mean?
And it's like, I watch Formula One, the motor racing. Mm-hmm. And in the practice lap last week, a fellow, his tail opened up and it didn't close. And he ended up going to brake and his braking didn't work. He ended up flipping the car like 17 times. And it was a complete wreck, but he just walked out of it because of the safety things. And he said the best thing for him to do is just get back in another car and drive again. Mm-hmm. So for you, you're in that car flip, but you have a chance to get back into it and drive again because we haven't had we haven't been able to give you the tools that you need to sell, which
So-
was supposed.
So that's why I guess what leads me to, I know, I feel like I'm like a kid about to go to college. I'm going to leave you soon. So it's like, I can work on this script and do the Facebook Live, get the cojones to do it. And what if it sucks? What do? Just take it down right away?
No, we just keep tweaking it till it works. Doesn't suck.
No,
Yeah.
what if I give a video and it sucks?
Hide it.
Okay, all right. So but I can do that. But what else can I be doing?
Well, we've got to start audience building, because we're really close to getting. We're close to the green light, if you like, of studio production. So what we can do in between then and now is, because we started that a couple of months ago, and we did that screenshot of the website, and we garnered a lot of interest. So we can just jump straight back in and say, wow, summer's done, fall is about to happen. There's so many videos right now about summer's over, and it is kind of thing, although we've got 2 more weeks of physical dates or whatever to go. But kids are back in school this week, right? And some of the leaves, San Diego doesn't really have fall like, New Jersey does, or New England does, or Vancouver does. But there is that feeling. You've had amazing weather lately, but it does start to get a little cooler. So find those analogies of kids back in school, summer's over. You've been working right through the summer on this course. It's almost finished. The website's ready to go. Because you're a perfectionist, it wasn't going to be live until it was ready, because the one thing I do is I do things right first time. And I would rather wait and do it right than not do it at all, or do it half-assed. And this is where I'm at. And just tell people exactly where you're at, and just say in the next week or so, this is coming. And love to be a part of it. And go back to that stat, 1 in 10. It's like, there's that other thing about what it is, like 1 in 4 children now are Asian in the world.
Oh.
Or 1 in 3 even. And it's like, shouldn't one of my kids be Asian? Obviously not, but
But see, here's what I'm not getting. When I leave you, I don't still know, I've not explored Instagram. I've not explored, what is my marketing plan? This is what I don't understand.
So, that's why the virtual coffees are always there for everybody in our course. We can look at, what this looks like in terms of an ongoing agreement too. Ideally, you're going to need a VA to help you with your email list and your offers and your special Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays and all the other pieces that come into a strategy once you start. And I can either help you find a VA, or we can become part of that package, for you going forward. Some people love social media, but they don't like to post. They would rather pay somebody else to do it for them. Whatever that looks like, we're not going to sort of say we're done, goodbye, because
no, I'm happy to pay for, upkeep or whatever, but
just need to make some money first.
Right. Well, you've given me I don't know where to start. I've learned all this stuff, but I don't know where to start. So that's what I'm asking you. Do you have an idea of where I should start?
Yeah.
Should I start with YouTube? Should I?
No, the real audience, the 2 real audiences that we have is your LinkedIn audience, which is more professional, and your Facebook audience, which is more personal.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to set you up for success on LinkedIn, so that when people are checking you out, they can see you are a professional, you've got a good education, you had a career in medicine, and now, or medical devices, and now this is, so that will be great. And over time, people will reach out to you through LinkedIn, because we'll be putting some posts and some blogs and stuff in that as we go along. The ideal thing is, obviously, you do the boot camp again with me, and we also then do the blogging course again that we do with Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
So we could look at some of those units again for you, and just bring that in, because some of it you've got covered now, but certain other pieces that, we want to repeat. And then we'll come up with we always give people like a roadmap anyway, to sort of, these are the ideal posts that worked for you, and this wash, rinse, and repeat, because we know these work. And then what I try and do with the virtual coffees is that when things are changing, which they are, then people keep coming back to sort of hear from me, what's different. And we'll always keep you involved.
But just out of the gate, should I do, this is what I'm getting, what could I do just out of the gate? Do you, like Jen was saying, to do Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives, or do some YouTube videos, and then put them on Facebook. But do I blog once a week? Like I need a plan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I don't get it. Like I'm lost a little bit.
YouTube is absolutely part of it. I wouldn't be doing that yet. Obviously, we need the website first. The YouTube videos are perfect because Google owns YouTube and they pick those videos up as part of the educational process. And then we embed those videos into your blogs. But you don't put the YouTube videos on Facebook because they don't
okay.
overplay. I mean, you can, but it's not the best use. The best use of Facebook is to make your own Facebook videos. Okay,
well, like I said, I can do that delicately with my friends to send them to the Facebook, but could a YouTube...
That's where we're going to start.
Just start there.
Yeah. So if we can just start on your Facebook for now for the next few days until we get things launched.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is you and I, let's just book an hourly slot once a week.
Okay.
So let's do, and then we'll talk strategy specifically about what we can be doing that week on which platforms. And then
okay.
Between Facebook and LinkedIn, that's probably enough to start with. And as you got a little bit more content and confidence, because we've reserved the real estate on Instagram, and then we'll start bringing that in. But you have to be very confident.
But I'm wondering if it's more Instagram, because LinkedIn, people might ask me to speak, but I don't know that I'll get clients from LinkedIn. You
may over time, when people realize what you do, and they might directly message you because it's a professional. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not the beginning strategy. It's part of it because it's credentialing, if you like.
Okay.
So we want that clear story and messaging there, but no, it's not a sales platform for you, but it's a positioning, and it's great for you positioning with medical professionals.
Okay.
But Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram are the places that the ladies that you're trying to reach will hang out.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's start with Facebook and get comfortable, get you more confident, and then as we do that, then I can show you how to use Instagram very, very quickly, and then we can start to replicate that over there too.
Okay, so what should I post in Facebook other than this live thing I'm going to do, sending them to the Facebook group?
So just like we said, yeah. If you're comfortable out doing a live video, or just do a video like this on your laptop anyway, and just say, hey, this is what I've been up to this summer. You know, I've been expecting a course. I got a website that's about to go live. I got a Facebook group for people because, repeat the stat again. This is what I'm going to be doing this fall. I'm super excited about it. I'd love to help as many people as I can. If you are that person, or you may know somebody who is that person, I'd love for them to reach out to me. And would you just take that link, just like I did with the masterclass in the group this morning? You know, I enticed everybody to either come and join me or share it with their friends.
Okay.
That's all we need to do to begin with.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm so like, oh.
No, I understand, and I take it for granted that you know that. So because we talked about it, but no, we're kind of starting afresh because we've had a little summer hiatus. So,
I mean, should I go back in the Facebook group and start posting, stuff?
Your group?
Yeah, I let the Facebook group go. I've not been, sending. I like to do a quote and then talk about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would definitely do that. Even with the changing seasons, the shorter. Do you get that sunlight SAD thing sort of more? Maybe you don't in San Diego, but a lot of people, they hunker down as soon as fall starts coming in because the days get shorter, it gets colder, and the personality changes. Maybe you could do some videos about that. Like one of my daughters, like as soon as like September comes and she starts wearing shorts, she doesn't shave her legs until like April. It's like a winter coat, and she's not dating or anything. She's at school, but that's kind of a funny thing for her. And just like you feel like suddenly you're putting jeans on instead of shorts. You don't need to shave your legs anymore, and
So I'm getting confused. You're talking about my mainstream Facebook.
No, the group itself.
Oh, the group. Okay.
Start conversations.
But there's nobody there. There's like 5 people.
Well, that's 5 people. That's nobody. That's 5 bodies.
All right.
We got to start and just get you into the flow of those conversations, even if you're talking to an empty room.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it.
I know pastors that had a service on an evening service at 6:30, and when they got there was nobody there. But they still did the service and they still gave the sermon, even though there was nobody in the church. But they actually were quite invigorated that they did it anyway,
Yeah.
So, and the thing with webinars, I mean, I've seen people do webinars as if there's a room full of people in front of them and nobody showed up. but they still did it. And it's a recording and then they put it out there. And we're not faking it till we make it, but we're going through the motions until we're comfortable.
Okay. All right. I can do that. I know you have to run. Can you turn the recorder off? I want to say something.